Jennifer from the Deer Run branch of the St. Charles City County Library District. I wanted to show you how to make a couple of easy Halloween decorations today using just some yarn, and if you have the opportunity to grab a stick from your yard or on a walk if you find one, that would be great to use for this. Anywhere from like 12 inches on up is an option. So you just need the yarn. Depending on what you're going to make will depend on what color yarn you would like to use. So stick, yarn, and then something to hang it with. You can use the yarn that you're using, or you can use an opposite color. Use twine, you can use holiday ribbon, or whatever you have at home is good. The other thing you need is some construction paper to make the face for your hanging ghost or pumpkin. And if you don't have construction paper, certainly black felt would be awesome to use. And then just some glue. I find Elmer's school glue, liquid glue is just fine. If you have craft glue, that would be great. Obviously, no glue stick, that's not gonna work. And then of course, a hot glue gun would be useful as well. So those are the main supplies. And of course, you'll need a ruler and some scissors. So in order to make a little hanging decoration, so this is gonna hang up and it looks like a little ghost, and looks good on your front door or your pantry door, just a little festive friend for you to make. So you can do a ghost, you can do a pumpkin if you have orange yarn. I've seen green, like a ghoul or a witch. Sometimes people add like a Frankenstein face to green. You could do something like that. You could also just go ahead and do like yellow, orange, white as the colors of like candy corn and just stripe it and have that be a Halloween decoration that you have out. So there's plenty of options. This is just kind of a recommended starting point for you. So in order to get started, it's pretty easy. You just need your stick. Mine came like this, so this is what the size I'm using. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie groups of yarn together to the stick to make our hanging decoration. So I personally like to use groups of 5. I find that it's easy to use, plus it provides a nice coverage for the wall hanging or the door hanging. So certainly you're welcome to individually tie each piece of yarn and do an individual one. I think anything bigger than 5 is a little lumpy, but you can certainly do that as well. And then it gives you the option to kind of move it around and space it out how you want to. So for my ghost, I measured my yarn, each piece 60 inches long. And the reason I did that is because this stick is quite a bit longer than this one. And because at the end, I kind of wanted to give it a sort of uneven cut at the bottom to make it look more ghost-like or fluid. So, depending on how long the stick that you have is, obviously you can proportionalize it accordingly. So for the orange wall hanging, I'm gonna do a pumpkin, and I am going to just measure out my yarn in 48 inches. So I have my ruler here, and I just go ahead and do, 12 times 4 is 48. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then I cut it. Now you can go ahead and measure out each piece of yarn with your ruler. A little bit easier sometimes is just to take the one that you did measure and cut, line it up for the next group, and just, make it the same length, and then cut it there. So I have 2 pieces of yarn now, 48 inches. I also have 3 that I cut earlier. And so this is my group of 5. And I'm gonna go ahead and put them all together so that they're at the same length starting point. And then that will give us an even way to tie it onto our branch. Okay, so find the center of those 48 inches. You can guesstimate, it doesn't have to be perfect. And that's kind of where you want to wrap it around the branch. So I'm just going to come to the end of my branch, and I would recommend starting, you know, at one end and working your way down, or starting in the middle, go this way, and then you can flip it and do it the other way. Just a little easier. So you're gonna, where you have the middle of your yarn, and then you're just gonna tie it like you would tie your shoe into one. Now you could leave it like this, just with the one, but I like a little security, so I'm gonna do another loop through and tie it twice. And there you have your knot. So you're gonna just keep repeating that until you get your wall hanging the thickness that you want it to be, meaning how far along the branch you want it to be. So once you get that, you're gonna go ahead and take your construction paper or your felt, and you're gonna cut out your jack-o'-lantern face and glue it on to your yarn. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of just see where the middle is and go ahead and add my face that way. And it actually sticks to the yarn pretty nicely. And then we're gonna go ahead and trim off any excess yarn at the bottom that you may feel like it's too long. You can just grab it and cut it. You could cut into a swirly or uneven kind of shape at the bottom. You could sort of round it like a pumpkin. Whichever, you know, design you're going for is what you should do. And then once you cut that off, then you can get rid of that. Go ahead and add your twine. Just tie at each end of the stick the twine, and you can hang it up. Or like I said, if you have some Halloween ribbon or fall ribbon, that would be good. But then you're ready to hang it up, and you have a nice little decoration for Halloween. So it's super easy, and I hope you give it a try and maybe do a pumpkin and a ghost. Might be fun. Have a great day.